Guys, we got, let me see, what else we got? Look, we also have this. So apparently, it looks like Bakhram Murtazaliev, there is some movement on the Bakhram Murtazaliev front. Oh, let me put my charger. There is some movement on the Bakhram Murtazaliev front because, one of my big frustrations about this sport, and particularly the 154 division, is, again, double talking. Guys saying that they really want to fight and they don't want to fight. Virgil Ortiz acting like he wants to fight Xander. Eric Shalubin acting like he wants to be champion. I'm tired of that. So it appears that now I'll go to Josh Kelly's Twitter, because Josh Kelly, he was the guy whose name was rumored to fight Bakhram initially, and according to his tweet today, it looks like that he's going to fight Bakhram, because he tweeted this earlier. He said, I quote, "Target locked in, the hunter becomes the hunted." So Josh Kelly, it sounds like he's stepping up to the plate to fight Bakhram Murtazaliev, which by the way, it does surprise me. It actually shocks me that Josh Kelly is going to be the one to fight Bakhram, because I thought Josh Kelly was going to be Xander's opponent. So, I'm not going to sit here and say he ducked Xander's eyes, to fight Bakhram, because I can't say you're ducking someone when you're fighting the guy that nobody wants to fight, Now, Bakhram said, "See you soon." He says, "See you soon." So it looks like this is the fight we're getting. I like this fight because, Kelly was once a highly touted prospect. This is his chance to rewrite the narrative on his career. If he wants to prove that hype that he got early in his career was justified and validated, and that people were right the first time about him, he's got a chance to, by beating the guy that nobody wants to fight, right? And as far as Bakhram, I'm just happy he's getting a fight, because as he stated right here, this is they've announced a new name today. It's like the fifth or sixth name. He's losing track of the names. These guys don't want to fight him, and people keep saying, like, even I'm getting the tweets. People keep telling me, they keep saying, "Well, BT True School, they don't want to fight Bakhram because the money's not enough," which could be true, right? He's got main events behind him. Main events doesn't have the pull they used to have in boxing. I get it. Then they say, "Well, it's the IBF rehydration clause." Now, I'm going to tell y'all like this right now. I'm going to tell y'all straight like this. And again, I go back to Angelo Leo, because from my personal experience, being around fighters, that's like the highest level professionals I've been around. He's the IBF champion. He's a consummate professional. I've seen him kill himself to make weight, and he's made it. So he's ruined my standard to fight of every fighter in boxing for how disciplined a professional he is. But I keep seeing everybody say, "Oh, the IBF rehydration clause is why guys don't want to fight." And my thing is, if the IBF rehydration clause is a reason for you to not fight for a world title, then you shouldn't be in the damn weight class. You should be up another weight class, because if you've never been a champion, so look, like in the case of Eric Shalubin, you've never been a champion, and you're trying to make more money in the sport. The way you make more money in the sport is by becoming world champion, because for 99.9% of fighters in boxing, your pathway to being in a higher tax bracket, a higher income level, a higher revenue stream is to fight for the belt. You fight for the belt. You now have leverage to get more money for the fights that you want, in your career. And I just feel like any fighter who's out here using the IBF rehydration clause as an excuse, it means you're in a weight class you shouldn't be in, because that shouldn't kill you. It really shouldn't kill you. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, but it ain't impossible, because I've seen it. Let me repeat myself again. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I know it might be inconvenient, but it ain't impossible, because I've seen this shit with my own eyes on multiple occasions. I've seen Angelo Leo make damn weight and do the second day rehydration with almost little to no problems, because he's a professional. So if you're a professional, if you do the right things, if you live with integrity inside and outside the ring, if you're in your proper weight class, the IBF rehydration clause should not be an issue. Okay? So don't come to me. I'm the last person in boxing media I need to hear any of you come to me with about, "Well, he doesn't want to fight because of the IBF rehydration clause." Well, then he needs to move up, because if you can't make the rehydration clause for the IBF, it means that you're really not prepared to be a champion for a long time in the weight class anyway. And if you're not prepared to be a champion for a long time and make defenses, because that's where the money's at. The money's not winning the world title. The money's in defending the world title. So if you're not healthy enough to defend the world title after you win it, you shouldn't be in the damn weight class. So that's not an excuse. Now, is money an excuse? Of course. Money is the most important thing in boxing. It's really like the most important thing, one of the most important things in life, because without it, you can't live. You can't take your kids to the amusement park. You can't, go to the grocery store. We all need money to live. I get all that. But if you're someone like Lubin, who hasn't won a world title, if you're someone like that is trying to get to a higher tax bracket in boxing, you don't got no leg to stand on that excuse of the IBF. So I hope this fight happens. I want to see how good Bakhram is, because really and truthfully, we don't know how good Bakhram is. You got to remember what Bakhram was a guy that he didn't fight on TV for like 5 years. He was always on like the prelims. His fights were always on the untelevised portion, and he wasn't supposed to be Tim Tszyu, right? So he just like Norman did to a degree, he made us care about him, right? So we want to see how good he is, and we'll find out by him defending the belt. And it'll start with, presumably, according to Twitter, Josh Kelly. And he's going to be a heavy favorite to beat Josh Kelly, but still, it's a chance for him to test his skills against a guy with a name, a guy that will get him active and keep him active. So good for Bakhram. I'm glad Bakhram's got a fight. And I'm not saying that he's a killer. Like everyone says that. I think that I don't think that Bakhram is this killer yet. I think he's good. Obviously, he won a world title, but